For nearly 2 decades now, the Call of Duty franchise has become synonymous with fast-paced FPS gameplay, specifically involving the series' multiplayer component, which has become more and more popular, for the most part, with each new game in the series. One thing's for certain with each new game, we're going to see numerous loadout options, numerous game types, and of course multiplayer maps. With the recent official announcement of the Modern Warfare 2 remake that's coming later this year, it got me thinking about what some of my favorite maps in the series have been. Rather than try to narrow that in after about 20 games, I felt like it'd be good for us to just look at one of the more popular recent entries, which was Black Ops Cold War. So I got together with my wife and several of our friends and we came up with what we felt were the top 5 maps in Black Ops Cold War. Now, coming in at number 5 on our list today is a fun map at that, and one that many may not realize is a returning favorite. Drivein is a map that takes place, of course, at a drive-in movie theater, and was actually originally featured for the first time in the first Black Ops game over a decade ago. Now, at the time, that was part of a post-launch DLC pack, which, for me at the time being a new college student, I did not have a lot of expendable income, so I actually never had the opportunity to play this in the first game. However, when I first played Drive-In here on Cold War, I was thoroughly impressed from the get-go. For those of you who enjoy Nuketown, Drive-In plays like a larger version of that, with a semi-open area in the center of the map, with various spots of cover, flanked by 2 larger tower-like structures, one being the cinema screen on one end, and then the projectionist booth on the other. You do have 2 side alleyways that do feature interior areas such as kitchens, an indoor arcade, and another more open alleyway that does feature access to the center through a small trailer. This does allow for a nice change of pace between long-range use, as well as some of your mid-range assault rifles and SMGs. As for close-range players, however, you won't find much use of your close-range combat, such as shotguns and melee weapons, as there's not very many areas for you to get a jump on the opponent. An objective-based game type such as Demolition, this is going to be a lot of fun for defenders, as there's plenty of places for you to pick off your competition. For these reasons, Drive-In allows for fresh gameplay nearly every match, outside of the predictable tower structures where you expect to see snipers and LMG users go to. For these reasons, we felt like it was a great pick for number 5 on our list.
And at number 4 on our list, we find ourselves with a little bit different style of map with Rush. Rush is another returning map to the Black Ops series, first appearing back in Black Ops 2 and more recently in Black Ops 4. Now in Black Ops Cold War, the aesthetics and overall layout of Rush remain the same, with you playing inside of a paintball arena. Within this map, you do have a nice mix of both interior and exterior gameplay, with a lot of close-range combat being taken on the indoor portions of the paintball arena and paintball store, as well as a locker room, which is a small entry point there, and the rest of the action taking place on the outside, where you have a little bit more of a traditional outdoor paintball match. Now, this map with its variety does allow you to rack up score streaks very quickly, as you can have quite a bit of chaos similar to that of Nuketown. This can allow you to get a really great score streak somewhere within the match, and for those of you playing objective-based game types like Demolition, if you find yourself in an overtime game where the bomb is in the center of the map, you could very quickly turn the match in your favor, and that is why we put Rush at number 4 on our list.
And coming in at number 3 on today's countdown is a great map known as Raid. Raid has made a few appearances, specifically in Black Ops 2, as well as Black Ops Cold War, and if I'm not mistaken, it may have also made an appearance in Call of Duty Mobile. Those of you who may know more on the mobile side, definitely let me know in the comments if I'm right on that. Now, what you'll see as a recurring theme throughout this top 5 is me consistently talking about variety of gameplay between interior and exterior environments within each map, and Raid does a nice job as you play throughout this large mansion. You have both an exterior pool area that is a key battleground on objective game modes such as Demolition, where the B-bomb site is located at, as well as the central courtyard. This is where a large portion of your firefights will take place, along with the A-bomb as well. The interior environments are not to be forgotten about here, however, as a lot of very tense fights can take place between two interiors that connect the spawn points for each side. Now, while Raid allows for great use between your long-range loadouts and close range, a lot of players you'll tend to notice will fall to one extreme. You'll either be playing a strictly long-range loadout with a sniper or LMG, or you might be like me taking a baseball bat and trying to bonk your way to victory, as you see in the footage now. Raid is certainly one of my favorite maps and has been for a long time, especially back in the Black Ops 2 days, where you could do the legendary dolphin dive maneuver, which amongst my friends are some of our favorite memories that we have, and worthy for number 3. Coming in number 2 in the countdown today, arguably very well could have been number 1, and if you ask my wife, is probably number 1 on her list, and that is Nuketown, the only map on this list that has been featured in every single Black Ops game. Nuketown is probably the most different map on this list in the sense that it is also the smallest, and with that size is also the most chaotic and hectic gameplay amongst the 5. Nuketown has a couple of houses in this replica town where a nuclear testing facility is located at, and it is really the scene of some of my favorite matches that I've ever had in the series. And I give this map sole credit, the reason that my wife plays Call of Duty with me and my friends on a regular basis, and is by far her favorite for the variety of gameplay. You can have tense close quarters fights in each of the 2 houses, and you can have great long-range fights both across from each house and even in the center area of the map. It is a map that I'm sure we are going to continue to see in future games, and who knows, we might even get it in a non-Black Ops game down the line, but it is certainly worthy of number 2 on our list today. And coming in at number 1 today in our top 5 countdown for the best maps in Black Ops Cold War is a personal favorite of mine over the years, and that is Standoff, which for many is one of the more popular games, especially in voting between matches. I hardly ever see this one get outvoted. A recurring theme, as you've heard me mention in each of these maps, is the combination of gameplay between interior and exterior environments, which allows for a variety of gameplay that keeps things feeling fresh and constantly keeping you on your feet. Standoff, to me, does this the best between its interior and exterior environments, giving some great long-range battles and close-range battles in each of the various buildings. This is something that I feel, amongst the other maps, while done really, really well, Standoff just always keeps me coming back, and it's hardly a map I will see myself leaving a match for. It is especially beneficial if you're playing in a party with several of your friends, as it's very easy to call out specific locations in your objective-based game modes. For this reason and many others, this had to be number 1 on our list today. And that will do it for today's top 5. We hope y'all enjoyed the video. Now, these were just 5 of my personal favorite maps, and therefore they are my opinion. So I want to hear what you all feel are some of the best maps in all of Call of Duty down in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and also follow us on our Instagram and Twitter, and we hope to see you all next time.